Wow. See, I promised you a calf update intro at some point, and we got one finally. How do you like that? Hey, it's a start. It's a start, and tried to be topical too. So I put images in from the artwork that we're going to talk about tonight. So, finally made it to the big time, right? Or really, I had a half hour to prep a little bit. So I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. See, hey, all right. It will be a work in progress, I can assure you. It took me a while to find something I thought would work, and I'm happy with it. Thank you very much, and we'll have one from now on. Hopefully, all the shows will get their own intros at some point. So obviously, it's a big celebration this evening, and reaching 2,000 subs was really. I mean, I never really expected to hit 1,000. When I was in competition with my son, it was just to reach 1,000, and it seemed like it was never going to happen. And so to actually make it to 2,000 subs in just a little over a year really is pretty crazy. And it just shows you how difficult it is. I can admire all these the kids playing games and stuff that grind it out and actually make it to 100,000 subs. How crazy is that? So very 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 honored to have made it this far. And everybody in the chat, yeah, Ruben, you missed it, man. I'm sorry. I'll play it again later just so you can see it. It was okay. It provides a good ease into the show rather than the abrupt in your face approach that we've always taken. So I'll use it as the outro at least for tonight, and then maybe we'll work out something different later. But yeah, we're actually at 2,030 subs total as of today. So I think we reached that number. When did we reach? On Sunday, or maybe it was Monday. At any rate, I think it was Monday, right? It was the big Albert and Mike event that kind of pushed the whole thing over the finish line. And then the interview with Scott on Tuesday, and then doing the collector chat hangout last night was a lot of fun too. So it's good. It's all good. Everything's moving in a positive direction. So like I said in the different places that we've, thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. We're going to do some giveaways tonight, and I'm going to have Nick Brucci on a little bit later too when we give away the sketch cover that he provided, so generously provided to that. And we're talking about doing other things in the future for different milestones that the channel reaches. So and Nick's been a fantastic partner in everything, even though partner in the aspect that he's just been the biggest guy in the chat, leading everybody on to click likes and subscribe to the channel and all those fun things. So I am going to, it's on to 3,000. Thank you very much, West. I completely agree, and it'll probably be a lot easier than the last 1,000. I think that's for sure. So I'm 3K or bust. I appreciate it. All right, hey, the enter. I haven't turned it on yet. I will turn that on right now. I actually, so the first T-shirt giveaway. I don't know how long I'll make it last, like 10 minutes or something like that, because we'll give away 3 T-shirts, and then we'll do the sketch cover. But I had set it up, and I didn't want to hit create because there was actually a checkbox in it that said announce the giveaway in the chat, and I actually wanted to see that work just because the other one I had set up before the show started. So I'm just going to go ahead and click. It's set up for everybody. It only works on YouTube, so if you're watching me on someplace else, you should be on YouTube, because this is a YouTube giveaway only. So let's see what this thing does. All right, it says it was created. I don't know if it pops up in the chat for you guys or not, but yes, if you hit the exclamation point and the word enter, then that should get you entered into the giveaway. So let's see, we're about 4 minutes into the chat. So around, I don't know, 16, 17 minutes in, we'll go ahead and make that happen. Oh, forgot to mute that device. So is the enter working? Is anybody getting the proper comments and stuff? Let me see. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right after the last time. Is it working or isn't it working? It seems like it's supposed to be working. Let me see if this thing is recording them so I can actually see it. Sorry, this is the second time I've done it, and I can't tell if it's working or not. Is anybody getting a response from the chat when you're doing it? That's the main thing. No love for Facebook, Dominic. I am sorry. Well, it was a YouTube milestone that we were going after. Didn't get any notification. Let's see. Why is that? And See, you try it when it's not important, and it works just fine. And it's set to everyone. It's set to be out there. No, nothing out of the ordinary. See, I should have created it before I started this thing. Don't hit exclamation point enter. What the heck is wrong with it? That's not fair at all. Make sure it's not something the way I named it. Giveaway saved. Everything says it's up and running. Not sure what the issue could be because it thinks it's running. Let me see. I have one command I may end up having to do. I think I had to do something the last time I had that, which seems stupid, but I will try it. But it's not the party that I thought it would be, everybody. To get us started, I should have had this figured out. Why is that? Giveaways, give it away. There it is. It's right there. All of the chat commands for me, and it's supposed to be working. Keep talking in the chat for me. Help me figure out how we're going to get to 3K. I'm going to see what I'm doing wrong here. Son of a gun. There it is. It says close and new open. Opens a giveaway. Now, it would seem stupid that I would have to do that, but if it really says it, I'm not going to argue. Let's see. If I go over here and do that. Try it now and let me know if it works, because that's what I remember doing that the last time because I created the thing before the show started. See, but I'm still not seeing any commands come back. What's going on with that? Let me see if it's going on over here, if it's actually recording anything. Well, this is going to suck, everybody, if this thing is not working tonight after it worked perfectly fine the other day. That would be... What the heck? It's not working. I can tell you right now, it's not working. Why are you not working? This is not fair. It says it's active. It totally says it's active. Get the current giveaway info. But none of the chat commands are actually working, which is peculiar. Yep, it's not working. What the heck? Man, this is not fair. All right. I'm not going to get too flustered. Yeah, I know. It's no go, West. I see it, man. It's crazy. What the heck? I'm going to, you know what? I'll just cancel the one that I just made, maybe in some weird way, because I typed it a half hour ago and then created it, that it's unhappy with me. But I'm just going to create a new one. Just do it again. T-shirt giveaway. Only set it to YouTube. I can't type and chat at the same time. Get a free calf shirt. There we go. And all the options are left open, so anybody on YouTube can do it. See, and it even says, okay, giveaway is saved. Close on stream overlay. Yeah, I wish it was claimy. Yeah, Larry, you're yeah, I'm sorry, man. Still not replying, is it? This dang thing is still not replying, even after creating a new one. Son of a bee. That is not right. That is not right at all. Well, it's I have done it exactly as I did it the last time, and it still isn't working. Well, all right. I'm not happy. Of course. Not working for Bill. Man, this is not the way I wanted to start our show this evening. trying to celebrate this momentous occasion. Oh, you stink. Close. No, everything is done right. It doesn't make any sense. Open entry for the blah. Yeah, I know. It's what I did. See, hey, Scott Wingo, if I could have had you in the studio, you would have been able to help me out with this one. Because everything, I'm doing it by the book. The manual is right out in front of me, and it's failing me. I'm gonna try hitting that giveaway open command in here one last time. It's almost like the darn thing isn't responding to anything. So well, that's just peculiar. I might just have to move on and do this another time. Son of a gun. I'm still gonna have Nick on though, but darn it, I can't believe it. Wow. Well, all right. So it's not doing anything. Ronald Shepard, thank you very, very much for becoming a member of the channel. All right. Maybe I'm going to get lucky and I'm going to figure out what's wrong throughout this course of the show, but we can't delay this anymore. It's already been 7 minutes of me fumbling around here. So I'll work it out and we will make it work. If not tonight, another night. And I do apologize. I don't want to keep everybody beating the chat with the word enter and not having it doing anything. Yes, game over, man. It's aliens all over again. So all right, plenty to go through, lots to talk about. Let's see, a couple things. Let me think here. First thing was hey, just so you know, and you know, Albert had a big art drop today, and this kind of ties into something I wanted to bring up related to my interview with Scott the other night. But Albert was always sure that I never applied that Felix code to his site, and sure enough, he was right. He brought it up with me I think the day he was having the Dueling Dealer episode with me, and I told him, nope, you're wrong. Maureen, when she fixed Felix's site so that you know, people couldn't get in there and see inactive stuff, that she did Albert's at the same time. So I ended up having Maureen check it on Tuesday morning, and sure enough, she didn't do it. So on Tuesday we went through and actually updated the programming so nobody could see inactive art. So nobody got the jump on Albert's big sale today, 100 art drop. But when Scott and I were talking on Tuesday, there was those consecutive. They were what were they? The James Heron pages, right? And he had actually gotten to, and a couple people made a joke about it being, you know, that he probably hacked it. But of course, those Heron pages didn't come on until long after the hack had happened. But Scott, you know, I just wanted to make sure that you know that Scott did not hack into the Felix website to get those. He was just one lucky son of a gun that day when Felix did his art drop. So it was no hanky panky on that. That's for sure, because Felix was fixed. Gosh, his site was fixed probably 8 or 9 months ago, which was why. And it was always, you know, the goal was to fix Felix and fix Albert, because they always do those really timed art drops. And you know, and both of them were asking me, how are people claiming things before, you know, putting things in their basket and checking out before I even make the releases go. So at any rate, there you have it. It was all Scott's stuff was all picked up legit. But I saw a couple comments that were kind of funny in the chat, and I just wanted everybody to know that was the truth. That's how it was. So and I might as well just say, I'm sure you saw that Felix has a big art drop tomorrow as well with some Chris Burnham art. So keep an eye out for that. And I think it's I can't even remember what it was. It's from the Kirkman book. I don't recall the name of it, but I know that the art drop, I believe, is at noon tomorrow, Eastern. So look out at that. You know that they weren't broken. They weren't broken, Dino. Basically, long story short was our code allowed people to see artwork from a dealer when it wasn't turned on yet. You know, because you know, you could just sit there. You know how people guard. They'll sit there and increment ID numbers. Well, people would go find the newest item in Felix's site and just start incrementing numbers and finding things related to a future art drop. And maybe they would try to leave just the windows open for days while they waited for Felix to actually do the art drop so they could be fast and claim it, you know, the moment the art drop happened. So, you know, that kind of got back to me, you know, circuitously from different sources. And so I put the kibosh on that. It was probably like Thanksgiving time around there last year. So we did that, and I also knew that because of the frequency that Albert was always doing his art drops, that it was a good idea to put it on his too. But I forgot, and then Albert brought it up to me the other day. When he said that, hey, somebody actually claimed something 2 days before I even did my art drop. So it just goes to show you the resourcefulness of some collectors going over and above to manipulate the system. So it was a good lesson learned that for us, because who would think that would ever happen, but it did. And but it can no longer happen on Albert, so as well as Felix. So that's out there, and I know we updated a couple other sites at the same time. So yep, lesson learned. I don't sometimes you just don't expect for certain things to be done, and you learn from your mistakes. We should have learned, because obviously on CAF is very great at cascading inactives, right? You make a piece inactive, it goes inactive. You make a room inactive, everything under it becomes inactive. You make your overall gallery inactive, everything goes inactive under it, and that's just how it should be. So yeah, that's the way all dealer sites should work as well. So just crossing off my notes here, I got a couple other interesting announcements. One is that I might as well just pull up I'll just show you the current schedule for Dueling Dealers. And, because we skipped last night, of course, because of the Comic Link and Heritage Auction. So the next Dueling Dealers episode is going to be this Saturday at 5 p.m. And it's a $1,000 and under show. So, a little different. And we were expecting to do it on Wednesday, but moving it to Saturday, I think, was a good choice for us. There's really no competition on that, and we picked 5 p.m. just because I did a poll with the members, the paid members on the YouTube channel, and by and large, everybody wanted us to do it later in the afternoon. That may be a summer related thing or whatnot, but at any rate, so we're going to try at 5 p.m. on Saturday. Now, the wrinkle in that was that after Mike and Anthony had committed to doing that show, Mike had to back out. Now that's and only weird scheduling for him, but he was like, if I could do it at 1, he could probably swing it. And I was just like, nope, we're sticking with 5. So he asked me to sit in for him. So on Saturday, it's going to be fun. I get to be Mike for an hour and a half, and I get to sell his art. And he's giving me the skinny and all the. I haven't gotten the art nor the pricing sheets yet, but I can assure you that I will be the best Mike. I'll be a better Mike than Mike. I'll have my costume changes all done ahead of time before I'm on screen. And I've got all of the Mike-isms all plugged in my head. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to take down Anthony. I haven't even told Anthony yet that it's he and I that are going to be going head to head. But an even more important announcement to that, and I'll show you this because I just updated the thumbnail graphic for the show. This is good. This is even more special than me battling. And here, I'll just show you. Dino is going to be playing host on Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time while Anthony and I battle it out. Dino is going to be, and we know, he is eloquent, he is witty, and he is going to make one hell of a host for that show. And I hope, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, because everybody should tune into that. I think we should break the 450, 440 live viewer record by having the two, Dino, Anthony, and I, and Maureen in the studio running that show. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can. It's something. Well, somebody's saying something's working. I don't know what the heck that might mean. Oh my God, it is working. Holy! I can actually. I had the window over here. Everybody hit command or exclamation enter. Yeah, wow, it's working. Okay. At any rate, I didn't get to see any comments, but I hope everybody's looking forward to Dino taking charge and running the show. We're working out a few memes for Saturday, and I guess I'm going to have to tell Anthony tomorrow that he's up against me. But it should be a fun show, definitely. And the 1,000 and under show seems to be a better. I think might be a better fit for us on price. So we'll see how it goes. And actually, I can see right now that I did get the email from Mike, so I've got his 24 pieces of art all queued up. So that's good. That's good. I should have Anthony's this evening as well. So, but that's an unfair advantage for me, isn't it? I get to see Anthony's before I have to go up against him. Yeah. Well, that's the house advantage, I guess. So yes, please, everybody. Why not let a room? Why not him? That might be funny because he doesn't watch this show. So yeah, that might be good. Well, he'd be a little suspicious when Dino's in the room and it's not Mike, and we're all in the green room waiting for the show to start. So, but that would be funny. I don't think I could do it. Can you imagine how flustered Anthony would be if I did that? That wouldn't go over well. So, and we have enough to be flustered about usually just with the regular show. So, but yes, there will be plenty of fresh memes and I guarantee lots of good laughs on Saturday, and wonderful art. Obviously, it's a 12-round event, 2 pieces per round per seller, and so there will be 48 artworks in total. We've done the 2 500 and under shows, and both of those were sellouts. So, I mean, I certainly can't expect that for 1,000 and under show, but it should be very fun. And yeah, I am quite certain that when I get the list of things from Mike, if I look at it, there will probably be a minimum price. So when it comes to what is his low end willing to accept, I'm sure he will not, because I think that's how he does it on his stuff. He literally has his lists all set up, and he knows as the low point that he's willing to go. And that's why he's so quick. When he gets into the recap, he already knows. He doesn't have to think about it. I don't think Anthony kind of lays it out quite the same way that Mike does. So sell it all tonight. Yeah, that would be pretty well. That would be fun. But then what would I do on Saturday? So yeah, we will definitely we'll have a good time on Saturday. So there you have that. And if you didn't catch the note on Monday, the battle was actually closer than we thought. We ended up being only $325 short of the record that the sales record that we had, which was I think around just 71,800 and something. But when with all those sales coming in as quick as they did, I mean, we actually maintained 3 separate sheets where we spot the whole sales process going through, and somehow my daughter had missed recording in the final tally sheet one of the sales, $2,500 sale. So Albert ended up with $34,850 to Mike's $36,650. So he was only $1,800 under him. So it was it was a good time. And the funny thing was, after the show was over, and I wore this pin too. This is just for Albert. I want to let him know, I think felt he had a chance, and I'm still in his corner. So, but after the show, Albert was he's ready to do it again. He's like, he really was, he was disappointed in his performance. And he said that, he's ready to go next month. So we haven't talked about schedules. I haven't tried to look at, September, October timeframe yet, but, definitely Albert wants back sooner rather than later. I was thinking we'd do something interesting every quarter if he was up for it, but no, he wants to be in right away. So we'll figure something out. Pulling that list, the schedule back up, of course, the next, we've got the live event in New Jersey. That's a little on the fence at the moment. We'll see how things go with everything going on with COVID and whatnot in New York. But it's still on my schedule. Mike and I are still planning on going out there. But the next, scheduled fun event after this weekend would be the Jordan versus Mike $500 max pro-am show. That's on Monday, September 13th. So another good event to mark your calendars for, because that'll be fun. I love having Jordan on. He's always got good art for sale. He's a lot of fun on the show. And as far as the amateurs go, he's been on there the most, and he's very supportive. Wants to continue to help the show and help the channel, and I certainly enjoy having him on. And we had that wonderful interview with him where we got to learn a little bit more about his first appearance addiction collection. So he needs to film memes. Well, Marcus, just so you know, he did tell me that you have like thousands of hours of video footage of him that you can send me. So we're going to have to, maybe you and I should email a little bit before that and try to get anything, I figured you probably sent me the best of the best, but if you can send me any more that I can throw Mike's head on, or and just do some mix up kind of fun stuff, I think that would be good. All right, good. I'm glad we got. I think we got a lot of entries in there already. 41 already. Okay, I don't know why it didn't work. I didn't do anything to turn it on after I did it. So, well, hopefully maybe I should just let's see. I'll tell you what. In 3 minutes, I'll close it and pick a winner, and then we'll try to start another one to see how long it actually takes for it to make it work, because that seemed to take about at least 10 minutes. So there you have that. All right. So everybody, come on. Yeah, and I don't have it on there, but again, exclamation point enter. You're seeing everybody else doing it in the chat. If you haven't done it, I mean, there's over 80 people in here right now and only 41 entries. So feel free to, 44 now. So get your entries in, and in a few minutes, we will close the first one so we can give a t-shirt away. So other than that, the other thing to note, and Nick Barucci pointed this out to me earlier, there was something going on with the premium member keyword emails, the hourly one, the one that goes out that has all your up to 100 keywords in it. I don't know what it was. Maureen didn't actually have a chance to look into it. The emails from I get every email, and I'm at the end of every email, so that's how I know when an email is sent or not. And I got the 11 p.m. email last night, and then the next one I got was 11 a.m. today. So it missed 11 emails, from midnight through 10, and then it skipped the noon and 1 at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then it's been fine ever since 2 o'clock, at least the last time I checked. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, so it's been going out ever since. So we probably won't even dive into it. More than likely, it just needs a SQL Server reboot. It probably hasn't been. I think the last time I patched and rebooted, it was right after I came back from my vacation. So it's a little overdue, and sometimes I get behind on those server technical things that, if I was a big company, I'd have my own tech, and I wouldn't have to do all that work myself. But yes, the giveaway is for a free t-shirt. And sorry, I haven't been reading the chat as closely as I could because of the enter comments going through. But let's see, paid subscriber. Nobody's got to be a paid subscriber to get the giveaway today. Just a subscriber to the channel. If you're a member, the membership stuff is going to be for some future stuff. Well, and I can even mention that we did mention it when at the end of the show with Albert. Albert is going to do an art drop with me on the 23rd of this month, and so that's a Monday night. Gosh, it's coming up. I have to do a few tests for him, but he's going to do an art drop with me on the 23rd. He brought back a big stack of Bruce Timm artwork, and so on the 23rd we are going to see it'll be 25 pieces of Bruce Timm art. It'll be handled, very much just like a straight claim sale, but while the show will be live to everybody who wants to watch it, and it will be on YouTube only, just so you know, not streamed to to Twitter or to Facebook. But the only people that will be able to comment are people who are members of the channel. So it's something that it came up between Albert and I, and he was like, "Hey, I'd like to do that for you. It might give you a few more members." And I was like, "Wow!" The fact that Albert wanted even do it with me, I thought was great. So I was like, well, let's do it. So let's see, some of those generally be, I don't know about that, but how do you become a member? Well, Scott, you are a member actually. If you see it, you've got the little, the icon beside your name, the Thor hammer. So you are a member. Anybody who is paying, who clicked the join link, it's actually on. If you're on YouTube right now, there's a join link beneath the thumbs up and thumbs down. That's how you join the channel, and it doesn't matter if you're. It has 2 levels: $4.99 a month and $9.99 a month. So it doesn't matter what level you're at. Just any support given to us will let us do that. And we just want to experiment because I've got some dealers that all deals are different, right? I mean, I get a commission from the Dueling Dealers episodes, and I get whether they're the amateur shows and the artist art drops that I've done. I have, but everybody's different. Some people, are not as open to the commission aspect as everything, but it's a lot of work. So, when we were talking about it, I was like, well, yeah, Bruce. That's why he didn't. Why, like for instance, Albert didn't bring any repped artwork to the Dueling Dealers episode, but he's willing to bring repped artwork to an art drop with me. You know, but we talked about it, and so we decided to try it as a members only drop. So it's worth a try. I don't, you know, I'm always trying to experiment. So we'll see how that goes. Either way, it'll be a fun show to have Albert on. And I mean, everybody saw he had a good looking camera, didn't he? And no bottle of Windex on the shelf behind him this time too. And so we cleaned up his space and got him a good camera and a good mic. So he is in good shape to do a art drop whenever he likes. So hey, all right, you know, it's I think we're up to 50 submitters here on this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and click the pick a winner button and see if it actually works. And it does say winner selected. So but it's not updated on my side. There it goes. T-shirt giveaway to Damon Watson. So Damon, congratulations. Hey, look, it even did it. All right, it actually posted back. All right, well, hey, okay, we got that one to work. I'm going to start another one right now. I actually can hit a recreate and make this thing do what it is supposed to do, and hopefully create it right away so we don't have to mess around with it. And I wish there could have been a way to like pick 3, right? That would have been easy. We could have just been done. But I wanted to give away 3 shirts. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new giveaway, and giveaway created. Well, as it stands, it says that a new one is created, but we may end up, let's just give it 5 minutes before we try it again and just see if see what happens. But it does say that the new t-shirt giveaway is active. If someone wanted to punch it in there just to see if they get the proper response, that would be great. Otherwise, it's already working. Bootlegging is a habit. Got in number 1. Gektex. All right, good. It is working. Thank you. I don't know what the problem was originally. All right. Anyway. All right. So now we're on to we have our second giveaway going. If everybody who didn't get one the first time, you know, Damon, don't enter again. You only get 1 t-shirt tonight. But the cool thing is, and I guess I could share a screen just so everybody can see what they look like, because it is kind of neat, and that you can just kind of customize your own stuff here. Let's see, get that over here. But you know, that's like the generic shirts. So they have like a regular t-shirt, and then they have like the baseball jersey kind of thing, and they even have a few others. I'd have to go back and look at all the different styles of shirts that they have. But don't buy one right now. If you can see, this is on TeePublic. TeePublic runs like 2 sales every single month where everything's about 30% off. So like this shirt here can get as low as $18. And I know for sure that the plain t-shirt, which you can like customize the colors and everything on too, I know that one goes down to $13. So it's odd for me to go here and not see TeePublic having a sale. So there you have it. I don't promote the links out to the merch at all, but if you do stumble in there, do it when they have a sale. I'll try it whenever I get emailed when they have them. So I'd be happy to let people know when those sale events are going on over there. But so you get your own choice. So, I'll email with the winners after the show this evening and get their size and the style you want. You get to pick which one you want, and I'll order it and have it delivered right to your door. So, all right. So I got all my Dueling Dealers notes out of the way. That was very good. I got my keyword email mess up that's going on. Hopefully it'll be fine. It typically reboots on the servers. I wait to do it on the weekends. So more than likely I will and I actually like to drive to the colo where my equipment is and do it while I'm there. One time in 10 years, I remotely rebooted a server and it didn't come back on. Fortunately, I did it during the week while the people were there and they were able to go in and push the button a couple times for me. But ever since that happened, I feel so much better about sitting next to the machines when I reboot them than not. So I'll probably drive in on Sunday morning and do reboots probably around 10 a.m. And with the new servers that we put in the last year for both the web and SQL box, those things reboot in less than 5 minutes. So practically no one will notice that the art world went bye-bye for a short amount of time. It'll probably take longer for I've got patches to do on our firewall too. It'll probably take longer for that thing to reboot than the servers. So, we might as well do while we're in this new giveaway moment, and everybody hit exclamation point giveaway for the next few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do the CAF update so we can look at what artworks and things I picked out this week, as well as talk about sales. So this CAF update covers the period of August 2nd through the 8th. So, pretty much, the dealers have been pretty rock steady, and we always start with the dealer information. Dealer sales last week were at $321,000, and that was down from $329,000 the prior week. So pretty consistent there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the week before that was within $8,000 to $10,000 as well. So pretty much ever since the Torpedo Con happened, everybody's been doing rather well and consistent. So which is what we've been seeing all year round. Good. Everybody keep entering. I want everybody, if I could give a t-shirt to everybody, I would. But if we do these every so often, eventually everybody will have one. So, all right. So dealer results. As far as sales go, and I don't know how this was. I really didn't pay attention. Albert did his art drop, today, really. I don't remember. Did he do an art drop? He didn't do an art drop last week. So I don't know what, maybe these sales were post-torpedo updates for him. But Albert came out on top, 29 sales, $125,000 during that period. Glenn was next with 16 sales, $64,000. Mike next, 20 sales, $58,000. Anthony, 87 sales and $35,000. Tatiana, just over 13,000 in sales with 20 unique sales. And then Ruben, 2 sales, $12,950. So I don't know if I mentioned Ruben, comicbookartgallery.com on the high list before, but there you go, Ruben. Congratulations. So let me show the artworks that were sold, and clearly there's going to be a few here from Albert. In fact, 5 of the 6 are his. So let's scroll around here. And where was that? All right, here it is. All right, so this is the only piece that wasn't Albert's. This was sold by Mike. This is a Gil Kane Tom Palmer Tomb of Dracula number 16 cover. I've seen it many times. So the owner of this should be proud. It's a beauty. Asking price on this one was $30,000. And then the next 5 are all from Mr. Moydock. This first one is a $25,000 Adam Kubert Wolverine 88 DPS, pages 6 and 7. Next up from Albert is this Barry Windsor Smith Opus piece. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. Asking price on this one was $20,000. Moydock again, Al Feldstein on this one, and an $18,000 asking price. Two-Fisted Tales, issue 18, page 1. Hong Kong Intrigue, exclamation point. And the final 2 from Albert, this is Sandman issue 1, page 21, from Mike Dringenberg and Sam Keith. Asking price was $15K. And finally, from Moydock, this Frank Miller Batman piece that sold for $15,000. So there you have it. Albert ruling the roost. So a strong week for him. And yeah, I agree that Wolverine piece was fantastic. Yeah, I agree. All of that was great. And if you saw Albert's art drop today, it was pretty darn good too. So I'm sure most people, yep. Well, of course, yeah, yep, I agree. Well, we don't report on private sales. That's the one thing everybody knows. We, in theory, I guess I'd know everything if I wanted to, but we only report on public sales, and that's about the best we can do. As fair as we can do. If CAF knew it was once for sale, then I feel I can properly report on it. So, yep, absolutely. Hey, good evening, Mikhail. Nice to see. So you missed the intro too, so I definitely have to play that intro again later. And and you sold the VWS. Awesome. I know, it's funny, isn't it great? I mean, I love the Dueling Dealers episodes where there's a piece of art for sale and somebody's like, I sold that 5 years ago, or the couple times where we've had people pick up stuff that they regretted selling many years ago. It's fun. I mean, I'm thoroughly loving all the little nuances and the moments that we get to have on the show, where we get to see past artworks we've owned and just create all the fun experiences that get wrapped around all these chats that we do. Come on, Ruben, up in lights. That's there's nothing wrong with that. Canadian Loonies. Thank you, Marcus. All right, so he will ever. I know, Moidoc is. That was so funny, and we were. It was Mike and I that it was really Mike that came up with it. I mean, hard to imagine, right? So him wanting to rib Albert, but we were trying to work out what kind of memes we were going to do with Albert, and because he wasn't going to film any with us, and I told him that I wanted to do another another Modoc one with me, and as soon as I said Modoc, he screamed in the phone like, "Moidoc, it's Moidoc! We got to do a Moidoc!" And that was it. After that, we knew we had the right we had the right situation there. So yeah. And here I'll even play this because this was the modified version of when Mike pushed me over.
Looking forward to dueling deals when I kick Perky's ass.
Ha ha ha! Big brain man, not so smart.
I don't know why Mike makes those faces when we shoot the memes, but he does every single time. And Albert was a great sport. He was taking it all in stride. And gave us exactly what we expected, which was a calm, placid, he just wanted to win kind of approach to the show. So that was definitely everything that we expected. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll get more of that the next time we have him on. All right, so let's get into the top auction results from the past week. Auction sales down. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's hard to say. But the total auction results from August 2nd through the 8th from eBay and Heritage in the comic art categories only, it was $228,000, and that's compared to $266,000 from the prior period. eBay on their own sold 718 pieces that I was willing to count. Total sales from them was 108,000, and Heritage had 292 sales, and their total was 120,000 and change. They had 26 pieces that were over $1,000, and eBay only had 10. So, eBay continuing their trend of being less than reliable. Does Anthony want to duel with Albert? I don't know. Does he? Probably, he probably does, but he probably knows he's better off not doing that. Oh, I'm sorry. He'll be back and gunning for Mike. Yes, exactly. No, he wants to go against Mike. So, I want to keep Albert as happy as I can. So they'll definitely be that out there, and I think some other surprise events like that will definitely be coming out. Preparation Hawk. Dang it, Dino! Man, I gotta have you on it. You just need every day. You need to send me one pun, and I know it will find its way into a meme every single week. I'm writing that one down because I'm going to save that for when Mike is on the screen. I love it. Love it. All right. You lost out on the Adam Hughes yesterday. Got sniped. Martian Manhunter. It was a good one. All right. So finishing up, going back to those auction results that were down from the prior week. Let's get those, the top 3 from eBay and the top 3 from Heritage, and here we go. So again, total was $228,153. First up, this was a pretty spirited auction for Frank Robbins' Shadow number 5 cover from 1974. Final price on this one was $9,678. I think it had around 60 bids. So for eBay, and for that, a very nice cover. It had a lot of interest. This Ferris cover was a make offer. The original price was the $6,499. So I don't know what the final purchase price for that Adam Hughes piece was. So sorry about that. This was an Al Hirschfeld piece, which you don't see very often, but it was a buy it now, sold for $800. Very nice. And then these 3 pieces are from Heritage. This is Yankee Comics number 1. This sold for $7,200. Artist was Charles Sultan. Next up is a really nice Winsor McKay Little Nemo in Slumberland strip, $3,840. And then the final piece was this work by Al. I'm going to mess it up. Taliaferro. It's Donald Duck Sunday comic strip from 1959, sold for $3,840. So there you have that. Pretty good. I mean, decent, but a regular kind of downward spiral for eBay. Italian seller. Good value on the shadow. I completely agree, Dino. I really like that cover a lot. And yep, very, very nice. So, and yep, Nick agrees as well. Great price on the shadow. Yep, totally. Let's run through the popular artwork here, and then let's see if I look. I've already got 48 people who have plugged into the giveaway, so I'll finish the popular artwork and draw the second T-shirt, and move on from there. So let me get the popular pieces up here for you, and here we go. First up, this is in the collection of Nick Franks. This is from Daredevil 174, and it's by Miller and Jansen. First appearance of the Hand, first time they battled Daredevil. Next up, Dinesh picking up more first appearances. The first appearance of MODOK Page from Tales of Suspense 94, Kirby and Sinna. That one is awesome. I don't know why it's running slow. It's running real slow, isn't it? It's running slow for everybody else? Or is it just me? I'm not sure what that's doing. I'm assuming that was running slow for everybody. Is that correct? I'm thinking it was running slow for everybody. I don't know why that was. I'll load it up in a different way and it'll probably play better. That was weird. We're having an off night on tech here. Slower than usual. All right, well, let me do it this other way, and I think it will play a bit better if I just run it off of my hard drive and not off of StreamYard's equipment. So here we go. And I'm going to pull that up into the screen here. Let's see. That still seems to be running a little slow that way, too. I don't know if it's an internet thing or not. Peculiar. Well, we'll still show it this way anyway. So there you go. That was the piece from Dinesh, and fantastic piece that it was from Tales of Suspense. Next up is this Zaffino Hawkman 23 cover. Very awesome, in the collection of RS88. Love that one. And then I don't usually do sketches, but I like this one. This is in the collection of Aranga. That's Sean Gordon Murphy, and it's and we know Aranga loves Cable, and this is a really nice Cable one. Now, I always wondered who picked up this fantastic Micronauts cover, number 35, by Bob Layton, and it is in the collection of Dino Mauricio. Congratulations. That one is a beauty, and a lot of people were watching that one when it was out there. This is by Daniel Warren Johnson. This is from Beta Ray Bill, issue 1, and that's in the collection of Keith Becker. Next up, I've got two pieces from Stephen F. This one is the cover to Amazing Spider-Man 176 by Ross Andrew and Frank Giacoia. So memorable, beautiful. Stan Lee signature I saw there. And the second one in Steve's collection as well is is by Brian Bolland. This is the cover to Batman 447. Next up, this is in Mickey Anamantadu's collection, Supergirl number 9 cover by Gil Kane. I loved it the moment I saw it and made it the show thumbnail, even before I'd made up my whole list. So I love that cover a lot. This is in Kavi's collection. This is by Declan Shalvey, and it's All-Star Batman number 5 cover. Great graphic image there. And we were talking about Lee Weeks the other day, that he is a master. And so I saw this piece, this Batman piece in the collection of Brian Mulcahy, and wanted to feature it today. Next up is this is in Casey A's collection. It's by, DK Ruan, and it's Miles Morales Spider-Man number 25 variant cover. And a few more pieces here. This is in T-Tad, their collection. It's Brian Stelfreeze, of course, and it's Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. And Anker, if he's here, I didn't see him chat this evening, but Ron Wilson, Frank Giacoia, Super Spider-Man and the Titans, 216 cover. Nice Doc Ock. Love that one. And 3 more pieces. This is Teen Titans number 25, page 3 by Cardi and Robert Kanier. And this is in the collection of Will K. Final 2 pieces. This is in Nick Frank's collection as well. Bob Layton, again, another fantastic Layton cover. This is the cover to Marvel Age number 4. And I'm ending it on a high note with a Bart Sears, Randy Elliott, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight cover number 23 in the collection of David Bixler. Congratulations, David. That one is a doozy. And let me remove this from the screen there. All right. Well, that worked a little better. That worked a little bit better. I don't know why that one was running slow. So I'm glad I think that was the last video I need. No, I got one more video to play today too. All right. Well, all right. We got 49 people in the giveaway. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the pick winner on this thing right now so we can end the second one. See how well this works. It goes random and it Fish. LSAT by Fish is the Battissimo winner. So congratulations. Second t-shirt to Mr. Fish. Thank you. Obviously I think everybody who's out here has been supporting the channel in lots of different ways. Fish, has helped out on the collector chats. And yes, congratulations. I'm super happy that you'll get to wear that maybe one day in a future collector conversation. So awesome. Congratulations on that. And let me move that around there. All right. So, I'd asked Nick Rucci to be on while we do the other giveaway. So before I bring him on, let me at least get the darn giveaway started right. So it doesn't, and just hope that everything continues to be proper here. So I'm going to put this thing out as the sketch cover giveaway. And sorry, I wish I could pre-make these. They don't let you create them in advance, and then just set them off whenever you need them. That would be ideal. Maybe if I can do a feature request with these guys. At least their stuff sort of works when it wants to work. All right, everything else, all the options look right. I am going to go ahead and click create on that one. Let's see. All right, so the giveaway is now active. If you guys, might as well give it a try. Make sure that we know it's working. The exclamation point enter, and that should get you into the sketch cover giveaway. And I can show that right here, too. Right there. A little bit of glare, but it is there. All right, yep, and I see people popping in on it, so that's good. So let me bring Mr. Rucci in here with me. Hey, Nick, how are you doing?
I'm good, Bill. Hey, everybody, how are you all doing?
Hey, everybody's so used to you being in the chat, Nick.
Yeah, right?
That's the thing. They're not used to seeing you on screen. So no one's out there to cheer for us tonight.
It's the next level of evolution is coming on the screen. It's really becoming part of the cat family. It's been the osmosis of getting there, right?
Exactly. No, it's true. It's true. I mean, it's been, first off, Nick, I would have wanted you to be on the show tonight, no matter what, because it's without a lot of the cheering that you've done in the chat and trust me, that's helped me get through some of the rough points of doing all these shows so consistently. Just knowing that there's people out there that care and want to see it go and continue. You were a big part of us getting to 2,000 subscribers. So I really, I owed it to you just to have you on the show. But then you wanted to give me, something to give away as well. And so, I can't thank you enough for wanting to do that. It means a great deal to me to have your support on the show, and just, you know that you and I brainstorm a bit on the side, and it's just nice to have somebody to talk to about those sorts of creative things, and that, again, you're out there doing the same thing on the EXP, and so we're doing this. We know what the grind is like, and it's nice to have you with me when I'm doing it.
Well, the thing is honestly, you really, we talk about this all the time, and we talk about it in the chat a little. Mm-hmm. And, when we do our shows, we talk about the fact that this is one of the best collecting communities around, and it's just everybody's so supportive of each other. And I think as a community, we all, it's funny. I'm going to say all the dealers all have different different personalities, so we all watch them and we all see them at the shows. But you bring the community together, because I think that I may be jumping around too much, but we got to see another side of Anthony that people didn't know. You know, Mike's always jovial and pushing everything, and it's bringing the community together. I mean, there's a reason why when you did Albert versus Mike, you had like 450 people at one point. And this is just a lot of fun, and you bring me a lot of joy. So if donating the art helps you continue to grow and reward all the other fans, it makes everybody happy.
Well, no, it does. And, you know, and again, you've been, if I can't quantify super chats, but, you know, you've supported me in so many different ways. I can't even begin to thank you. And you know how it is. I mean, I finally, my son's full-time on the staff now, or almost full-time. And so it costs a lot to do these things, but it's totally worth it. I mean, I think everything the time that I've spent has been the most fun I've had in a long time, but it's been great for the hobby. I've never been engaged with the collecting community, and even the sellers as well, since we've started doing these things, and even the extra editorial that we've been putting on CAF over the last couple of years. It's shown me that there was this big need for these things, and they weren't being fulfilled really in chat groups and, you know, in forums and that sort of thing. We really needed to have CAF and Comic Art Live come around and be a focal point for all that. And it's been a big investment in man hours, but it's certainly well worth it. So,
well, and the whole thing is even if conventions do come back, which I'm concerned that they won't at this point. I mean, the car show just got canceled in New York, and we're just seeing everything getting scary again. But even if when we come out of this, the great part about this community is there will always be New York Comic-Con and San Diego Comic-Con for people to enjoy, but not everybody can be there. So this is just a really great place for everybody to hang out on a regular basis, whether we hang out on Sundays, when you have a team up there, or Dueling Dealer on Wednesdays, or the interviews on Tuesdays, or Thursdays when you do the recap. It's all fun. And like I said, look, at the end of the day, this audience is fantastic. Everybody is just so supportive of you, of each other. We support each other as fans. There's hardly any community where if people know what somebody likes and they see it, they start telling the other collector, hey, by the way, did you see this? I know this is something you like. And that comes back down to just, you know, taking care of each other. And like, you know, at the end of the day, it's you've got a great foundation, and nothing makes me happier that you're able to invest in the foundation and grow, because as you grow, the whole hobby grows. And that's the whole thing. And I think that's what you're seeing with everybody. That's why Dino and Dan Poddick did that filming at Society of Illustrators. You know, that's why people are volunteering and sending everything. And I have to tell you, you know, I have more enjoyment watching the shows than I do watching regular TV. So,
well, I'm worried I'm hurting the ratings of some shows that might deserve something a little bit more. But no, I hear you, and I can't tell you how flattered I am to know that people really, you know, I mean, it became obvious that it was something that was needed, and there just wasn't anything out there at the time, and if we wouldn't have had, you know, COVID and the problems that we've had, you know, globally since the pandemic started, I just can't imagine what my life would be like today if we wouldn't have done this. So, I don't like you and we've talked before. I don't take anything for granted. I feel very fortunate to be in this position and to help be able to provide some entertainment and fun for everybody. So it's really meant a lot to me to just it's shown me the importance of CAF, things that I took for granted in the 17 years before I started doing this. I didn't know that CAF meant any diddly to anybody, to be honest. I mean, I knew what it was doing, but I didn't really, no one ever came to me and said, you know, CAF is just, you know, it's helped me make friends, that kind of line of communication just never happened, even though people knew my name and we'd see each other at shows every now and again. It just wasn't really there. So doing these really helped and show me the importance of that. And the time being more well spent than I could have ever imagined. And so it just makes me want do more and give back more as often as I can. So yeah, no, it's I'm very thankful every day, and thankful to all the friends and friendships that I've been able to make, since we've been doing these. I mean, I almost never talked on the phone prior to doing these shows. I liked everything through email, and now it's like, I'm on the phone many times a day with people whom I never had the opportunity to talk with before, and yeah, it's amazing.
Well, it's hard work, and I'm glad you're being rewarded for it. And if there is any few bright things that happened during this pandemic, is you're being able to appreciate everything you do for everybody. That's awesome, because the reality is, and it's a grind for all of us, and no matter who we are, no matter what we do, when we're just sitting here doing the job without the outside feedback, it's hard to appreciate what you're doing. And, if one of the bright spots of this whole pandemic was you're doing this and you're growing it and you're just enjoying it and actually being rewarded, emotionally, and support from the fans, hey, we'll take the little victories. We're stuck with the defeats, right?
Right, exactly. No, it's yeah. I don't know what to say about it, because it's just really been nothing that I expected. So yeah. But hey, before we forget, I noticed that I haven't had too many people entering, and I know we've got 80 plus people watching again, and there's only 41 people submitted a exclamation point enter for the sketch cover. So please continue to do that. Maybe in 5-10 minutes or so, we'll go ahead and announce a winner. But Nick, I mean, as everybody probably knows, but you may not know. I mean, Nick has he's been the mastermind behind the EXP channel, the Experience, and he's been doing that for quite some time. Around the beginning of the year, right, Nick, is when the whole thing started. Yeah,
we launched towards the end of January. We launched towards the end of January.
Okay,
and it's a lot of work, but it's also fun. I mean, it's funny. One of the guys that's been chiming in a lot, Ronald, he's been one of our biggest supporters. He comes in almost every show and buys sketch covers. And I'm telling you, like, every other week I can go on Cafes and he's posting the sketch covers. And it's so awesome to see that, there's the cross-pollination of people that come here and then they go to CAF and just they're so happy. And the funny thing is, I'm going to tell two stories so that everybody, two things. One, enter the contest. It's a cool piece of art that you can get. And you know what? Enter the contest because you deserve to enter it. Enter the contest just because it just shows more support that way. But it's just been surreal, the success that we've had. It's been surreal. We've helped a lot of retailers. When we do our Tuesday review shows, and we only do positive reviews, when we do our Tuesday review shows, I've had retailers tell me, I've actually had people come in the store looking for some of the new books based on your shows. Mm-hmm. It's us just trying to get the message out. The Experience is all about promoting the comics market. It's about promoting retailers. It's about promoting the hobby. I do the original art shows on Fridays, mostly to grow original art. It's ironic. I was talking to Pam about this the other day, and she made a joke, and she's like, the more people you get to buy original art, the more competition you have. I said, yes, I know. I said, but you know what? It's so much more fun having more people being a part of it,
Oh, I agree. It's not growing as fast as I would have thought it would have. But the great thing about doing these shows is they last forever. And so people are going to discover them. And whether they're watching them live or not, over, in perpetuity, on YouTube and Facebook. So the thing is, we're laying good groundwork for future collectors or people who have been collecting and not knowing that there was a community with which they could be a part of. And so, yeah, I mean, we're doing good work, irrespective of the number of people who are watching live and those sorts of things. So, yeah, I'm very confident that this is a really good approach for us. Other than this, it might be, I've been debating taking the non-dueling dealer shows basically and converting them into podcasts and pushing them out as a different option, just because other people will discover it that way, and it's easy enough to strip the audio out of these chats that we do, and again, the more ways that we can connect with people, the better.
And that's really why I think you treat this like a family. Let me put it to you like this: you treat this like a close-knit family, because I really think that for the most part, anyone else who was in your position that was having success with dueling dealers would probably be sitting there saying, let's make sure we always sell high-end stuff. Let's make sure we always sell high-end stuff. We make more money that way. But you listen to everybody. You obviously can't do everything people ask, right? That would be impossible. But, Jordan coming in saying, how about we do something affordable? And then you're running with it and doing it multiple times. These are the things that, as you get the word out there, these are the things that will really, really continue to grow the hobby. Right now, like anything, for you, this part of the business, having a YouTube channel, growing it, being connected with the consumer, basically Stan Leeing the industry, the collecting hobby, this is year one. This is like your ground zero, starting from scratch. And from my point of view as a business person, you're taking it all in the right direction, because you've said this before. These are things that I've observed, and you've said as well. When you have the fans, the collectors as dueling dealers, you get more collectors watching. It's fun. We get to root for people. When you do the shows with Anthony and Mike, those guys are such great characters and so full of life. And it's the memes just bring people in, and even people that can't bid or make offers or claim the art, they're just enjoying it. And it sends that cool message out there, and it gets people to just come back. I would like to think, if I were a betting man, which I am a little bit, ask Albert. That's the funniest thing about Albert and Anthony, when they want to flip a coin whether or not to give you a discount.
Right, I know.
Yep. But if I were a betting man, I think that by your May Comic Art Live, and what I want to do, anything I can do to help you grow it, I think by your May Comic Art Live, you'll start getting more than incremental growth in the industry.
But I figured it's actually November. The next one's in November. Remember, we do these. I'm going to keep doing them every 6 months.
Oh, no. So, yeah. I think November is going to be great, but I'm talking about by next May.
Oh, by next May. Yeah. After 2 years are under my belt. Yeah, no, I agree. Because I can't even begin to tell you how many mistakes I keep making at this stuff. So it's always a learning experience for me. But you're right. Once we've had it, that'll be our fifth show. And I think that'll be very telling. I mean, we're not changing too much in November, but my hope is to make that fifth show be, even better. Maureen and I have been kicking around ideas on things that we can enhance the show and the presence of that, and do more PR. That's the one thing we've never really gotten. It's been great for people on CAF, and it has raised awareness of CAF as a community a bit. But we really I haven't done any marketing. I haven't really done Facebook ads to promote it, or anything. Just the things that you would normally do to promote, to when you're doing a Kickstarter, right? I don't do anything to try to get beyond just the people who are already within my circle. And so the goal with that May show really is for us to branch out a bit more and try to, really try to make that first, big push to try to bring more people into the show than we've had in the first 3 shows or 4 shows by then.
And I think it's more than reasonable. And I've actually talked to a friend of mine, I don't know if you know him, but I lightly talked to Jeremy Atkins. He used to be the head of publicity at Dark Horse, and now he's working with Z2 Comics, and he's worked with us. And I just had a passing conversation with him a month ago. When we launched the experience, he got us into the Hollywood Reporter and the New York Times. So he and I actually, and obviously you have to want to do it, but he and I had a conversation about maybe in January, you're sitting down with him on the phone, obviously, and talking about, some stuff that he might be able to do to help you with your next May show, just getting it out into the larger world.
Sure. Well, that's my problem. I've never been good at marketing, and it's more time, right? I mean, it's back to needing a team. Usually, you can't do everything yourself, and that's kind of. But I've kind of lived every business I've ever owned and done everything. Doesn't the marketing, the accounting, the sales, the customer support, and it's really not where I need to be if we really want to make things even better than they are today. I mean, as great as it is right now, it's like I'm seeing the bigger picture now, with all the work that we've done from here to the work with the dealers that we've done and to CAF. I really feel like all three of those things are really part of they're really a big, but they're everything that I do, but I never really saw them as being something that we can really move forward and make all those things greater. And I finally see it. I finally see there's a way to do it. And I just have to strategize a bit better and really put a little bit more attention into it. I should have been doing it all along, but I never thought of myself that way, or the sites, the work that we were doing that way. But I do now. Well,
what people really don't know is you've perfected cloning, because the Billigan is a clone of yours. That he's helping with the accounting. The Loki clone is helping with the marketing. Bad jokes. Stick around longer. Jokes will get worse.
Yes, exactly. But I did answer. Ruben asked me if November is still on, and yes, November is still on. We are planning on the 13th and 14th. We wanted to be the weekend before Thanksgiving. So, and I'm pretty sure that's what we did last November to stay away from any potential traveling. Not that there probably will be a drastic amount of traveling in November, anywhere, but that's the plan right now. It's 13th and 14th of November. So I haven't written it in stone, but the last time I checked, there wasn't anything major on the conventionscene.com as far as their schedule. And I think that weekend was actually open. So that's the one we're going for.
Well, I think it also keeps you away from Comic Link, because Comic Link usually ends right after Thanksgiving.
Right.
So that's also a plus. They'll probably be launching, if you're doing it that weekend, they may launch it maybe the Friday before then. And with Heritage's new schedule, I don't even know if they're going to do one in December. God, look, we know the market is great. There's 5 major Heritage auctions. There's 4 killer Comic Link auctions. And even what you did last night, I wish I had a little bit more time to watch it, but you guys were just really rocking watching the art as it was selling. And it was fun, where people were mixing up Flint and Henry with Henry Flint, and be interactive with that. And
right.
It's just, like I said, doing different things and just keeping the community going. And it shows. I mean, look, every time we're all here, we see a lot of the same people being a part of it. The audience keeps growing, and we're all here because we love it. And you help corral everybody, which is nice.
Well, it's an honor. It's an honor for me to do it. Trust me. I mean, again, I'm very happy to be doing this. So, hey, we've got, let's see, how many people have we got in the, we got 56 people have entered the giveaway.
That's a good number.
All right. Well, then why don't we, we'll end that one and do the drawing right now. And we'll see who gets this sketch cover. Victor Bracamontes. Congratulations, Victor. Well, it's working. Everything's working now. It's
nice.
I don't know what that initial problem was, but yes, congratulations, Victor. We will. I'll reach out to you an email. Well, you know what? Shoot me an email. It's probably going to be easier for me to reply, and send me your mailing address. And everybody else, Fish, you should do it as well. And Damon, shoot me an email, and then we'll work out the whole shirt purchases too. But and we will do one more shirt. So but I can recycle one of these to make that an easy one. So all right, congratulations, Victor. That's great. Thank you, very much, Nick, for donating that to this.
My pleasure. I'm looking forward to doing something special for 2,500, which I think with the trajectory that you're at, you will be here before the November Casada Art Live. You will be here.
Fingers crossed. I mean, it could be right around that time. And we always get a big boost during the show. That always brings in a couple hundred subs. So you're probably right. I mean, at the pace we're at right now, it could get there. Do another Albert show before then. And because that brought in, I think that day brought in around 35 subs by itself. So, it's good. The thing is, doing those types of shows helps us because it gives us somebody else that helps market, the channel and the work that we're doing. And it always brings in people who are unfamiliar with the show. I mean, there were a lot of people that came in from the Albert show that Albert had talked to that, it was relayed to me through Mike where they were saying, Mike, I can't believe you've been doing the show for 30 weeks now. I've never even heard of it. So, and these are Albert customers. So it just goes to show you that a lot of people can, have blinders on. YouTube and Facebook are not everyone's choice place to kind of get their comic art information. So, and not everybody reads my email. So it's a tough process to kind of, expose people to this stuff, but, we're learning. So, and like Chris, he says, you're a dynamo. and you're awesome.
Very kind of you.
Yeah, no, Victor, you're very welcome. Thank you for you're in the chat all the time, and it's good to be giving these things back to the people who've supported us all ever since we started in May 2020.
These guys make it happen. These guys just really make it happen. Every single one of them, and there's a lot of competition on YouTube and Facebook. There just is. I mean, it's endless at this point. And the fact that these guys are always hitting, the one thing I always want to emphasize is that yes, Encore, it's Nick. I'm sorry, you're stuck with me. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. The one thing is, this is why I'm always, the big thing is always for people that, as you're learning how the algorithm works and everything works, everybody hitting while you're live actually helps you more than if they do it after.
Sure.
It just really affects everything more, and hitting share, and those are all the things that will be great for everybody. And this is really just, like you said, you and I've had conversations. There's so many things you have planned, so many things that you are going to be funneling in, and just giving back, and by your giving back to the fans, we give back to you, we give back to each other, and it's just, this makes it a lot of fun. I have to tell you, the world is full of so much crap a lot of the time that just having a great place to just enjoy and talk to people, and I love the Thursday night recaps. There may have been less dollars spent this week, but the pieces that sold were outstanding. They were really outstanding, and that's the fun stuff that you get to see. It's a lot of fun.
No, it is. No, it is, and and again, these were things that we didn't. Before we started doing market reports and the different shows, these things just weren't out there as readily available data unless you were really doing a lot of digging, and a lot of people did their own digging. But it's nice to kind of be a part of that, to pull all that data out for people in different ways, whether it's on these recap shows or it's through the reports that we push out on CAF and whatnot. So yeah, but I think there's a lot more things that we can do in those areas. So sorry, just looking through the chat, but yeah, and I just wanted to comment on General Saad saying I really like Albert's approach. Here's the art, buy it or don't. No, okay, next piece. We were all laughing after the show because when we were doing the recap, Albert would he did that one thing where he's like, he was done at he didn't even want his full 30 seconds. Albert would not repeat himself during that show. That was he was like, when he had said his piece, the last time, and there was 5 seconds left on the clock. He's like, "Can I go to the next piece now?" that was my favorite moment from the whole show, was him just wanting to just plow through the recap and not say anything twice. Whereas, I mean, a lot of times that's what you do, right? I mean, when I'm on Saturday, I am quite confident that I'm going to stammer through selling Mike's artwork, and I will repeat myself with every lot that doesn't sell immediately.
Just remember one thing: while you're there, I'm gonna, when Dino is calling, I don't want to pick anything. When Dino's like calling for Anthony to sell something, you got to be like Mike and go like this. You got to be like,
right. I got to just be showing no. That is okay. Yeah, I would have forgotten that, but yeah, you're right. I will do that. I know Mike's. It's funny because I've gotten a few. Mike shouldn't do that when Anthony's trying to sell, but I get it. It's when Anthony's floundering. It's that's usually when Mike will do that. If Anthony would be real focused, Mike wouldn't have the opportunity to do that. So yeah, I will. Every opportunity I can, I will be showing artwork.
And you never had to ask Albert once, what's your bottom price?
No, he was right on it. I mean, you're right. I didn't say, I kind of walked him through it ahead of time saying, I want you to do this. And he did exactly like I said. I said I would state the price that he was currently at, and he started everyone the right way. And that's what you need. As a host, I just want to keep it moving along. When Anthony gives his discounted price at the end of the 30-second window, that doesn't help anybody. You know what I mean? It's like the moment's gone at that point. So yeah, you want them doing it ahead of time. And I did open the other T-shirt one just for the sake of having it out there. People have discovered it, so that's good. This is the final T-shirt giveaway of the evening, so the third one. But just hit the pound or the exclamation point, enter in the chat, and you will be entered in the third giveaway. So, but yeah, no, Nick. Before I kind of move on, because I want to do some others. I want to show a video and talk about a gallery show that is actually going on in Massachusetts. I've got a video for that. It's like
nice.
So, but I wanted to, so you've got your show tomorrow, 7 to 8 p.m.
Yep.
And I'm going to put it here in the chat because I did save the link to it. So anybody that wasn't aware of the EXP and Nick's show on for every Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. I'm putting it into the YouTube chat right there. You can click over to that and set your reminders for it, so you'll get one from YouTube letting you know when you like. I think they send out reminders 20 minutes in advance of the show, and maybe when the show goes live as well. So if you go in and do a reminder, you'll get that tomorrow. But I was going to show off some of the artworks that you've got for sale tomorrow. If that's
yeah,
okay.
Please, thank you.
All right, let me take that little pound sign off there, and here we go. So here's some of the, and you can tell everybody what it is, and but again, the link is in the chat, so please go over there and subscribe to his channel, and definitely tune into his show tomorrow at 7.
Claim one, Nick. He doesn't even know what my price is.
That's right. And we should say that now. Your show, you're typically showing stuff at a fixed price, and people can make offers. I think if they, that you're kind of open to that. And I know you always take time payments, so maybe let us know, the overview of the show for people who haven't seen it.
So the show is it started off being mostly about bringing really affordable art, a lot of pieces under $300. But as the show has grown, we did get people saying, well, I like your show, but I'm a collector that wants to buy things that aren't introductory. So it's great that you have it, but what else do you have? So the show started off with me bringing my own personal artwork because it felt easier to talk about art that I owned, even though I'm not one to really sell. But I want to grow the audience for original art. I want this hobby to grow. I want this hobby to continue to grow and be stronger because it's just so much fun. I enjoy it so much. So, now we're bringing a wide range of artwork. We were talking about Ronald earlier, and Ronald comes in and picks up Remark covers. So like some of the regular guys will say, we have the Ronald special because we know this is something that Ronald will like, or just everybody from the unknown to oh God, so many people, Wilfredo. and we just want to have fun, and we're really lucky. We keep it to 1 hour. It started off as 2 hours, but it was really hard for me to pull everything together and focus for a 2-hour event. So we trimmed it down to 1 hour, and it really gets the point across, which is just, this is a great hobby. We're showing you some art. If you want to buy it, that's awesome. If not, no worries. If it's a piece that you need some time, I'll always do 50% down, 50% within 30 days. Every once in a while, we will give a little bit of a discount, a new collector or a long-standing collector. And I think the one thing that we've really done well is just introduce the hobby to new people. And, some people have told us they signed up and started watching Dueling Dealers from this. A few people have signed up from CAF. I mean, not, oh my God, a ton, but a few. And people are enjoying it. They're enjoying what we're doing. So the two pieces that you showed was the Uncanny X-Men 29 cover by Chris Pachalo and Tim Townsend. So the death and the reading of the will of Professor X. And then the other is the Omac cover by Keith Giffen. And this is from the new 52 from 2011. So I just, Giffen went from being the Kirby inspired artist from back in the Defenders and when he did Omac back at DC in the beginning of his career. And then when he's doing Omac now, or 10 years ago, he kind of still went back to some of that, but obviously it's a lot. It's with 40 years of experience. So you see more of the Kirby crackle in there. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful cover. We have what else do you have on the thing? Oh yeah, so okay, so I love Joe Casada art. So this one was a hard one. When I pulled this piece because you got the Punisher pulling teeth, and getting Joe Casada art out of me is pulling teeth. So I thought it was so ironic that I'm bringing this on the air. And then you've got the Dale Keone Avengers. I actually won this from the Amateur Dueling Dealers from Tatiana. And it's just an affordable piece of art that I'm going to bring on the air. And I'm going to offer it at the same price I got it because it's just beautiful. It's affordable Dale Keone. And I figure there will be somebody else that might like it. So it's going to be one of the most affordable pieces. I think I got it for less than $350. So whatever I paid for it is what I'm going to offer it at.
That's a great one. And let's see, a couple more here.
All right, so the Red Sonja, that's a cover to the new Red Sonja #1 by Mirka Andolfo. The cover is Brett Booth and Scott Hanna. So this is a cover to #1. Now this is Blue Line pencils by Brett Booth, inks by Scott Hanna. And so this was Scott's, and he donated it so that we could raise money for Saved Whiskers Rescue. And Spencer Beck helped facilitate that, which was really nice of him. So Scott knows that I like to raise money for charity or for people that need help. And he just said he had a great time inking it and just said to Spencer, tell Nick he can use it to raise money for the animal rescue, which was really appreciated. Then the other piece is Jean Day Master Kung Fu. This one was a little difficult to pull, but it's my only Jean Day art. But with Master Kung Fu, just, with Shang-Chi movie coming out, I thought, what, let me bring this on. I think, and Anthony's been bringing these on at really good prices. I think he's been selling some of these for like $1,000.
Yeah.
We're going to put this at a little bit less. I think I'm going to put this at like $850. Just because, the ones that Anthony's put on Dueling Dealers, they keep selling. So I just thought, you know what? I've enjoyed it for a little bit, and it doesn't hurt for other people to enjoy it.
No, it's a couple great pages. I think some of the ones Anthony had were Zach's. I guess I don't, even though I'm the host, I don't follow it as closely as I probably should.
You know what? I think you had Zek and Gulasi. You're right.
That might be at least one of them was a Zach. I remember.
Yeah.
I have to go back through my notes, but but that's a great page. And if it's your only representative piece, why would you should keep that one? You should find something else.
No, I know. I mean, look. Here's the thing, but when we're getting the word out, part of the thing, everything's one of a kind, right? But with getting some of the word out to some of the news outlets, it's more important to get the word out to get people to be an original art collector. And right now, Shang-Chi is hot. So if that helps a few other news sites run the story to get people to the channel, to get people to buy more original art or at least know about original art, and then we can get them to buy from other people and become part of the community, that's more important than having one more piece of art, And it is what it is. I always kid around and say it never breaks my heart if it doesn't sell. If it does sell, that's wonderful, and I want people to be happy. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. But the biggest idea of the show is just to get the word out, to try and educate people a little bit, to get questions. And again, this is why we also end up doing much like what you had. We've got the remarks which people like Ronald and Wilfredo love, because this is the budget that some people have. So let's bring something for everybody. And eventually maybe they'll start buying more bigger pieces. We always talk to them about Dueling Dealers. We always talk to them about the Tuesday and Thursday show and the Sunday show. And we give people as much information as possible. And it's all about just getting the word out a little bit more. And it also helps the comics market. I mean, the reality is that talking to people about original art just helps the market in general. And then, just real quick, the other affordable pieces that we'll have for those people that, might want something bigger than the remarks is we're bringing some lithographs. So we'll have a Frank Cho lithograph of Red Sonja. We will have Lucio Perillo Vampirella lithograph, and these will be signed by Lucio. We were able to, even during the lockdown, ship them to Italy to be signed. And then we have Avengers Invaders. This is a crossover, that Dynamite package for Marvel, and we were able to do lithographs that Alex Ross signed. So
nice.
Yeah, and we're gonna have one of the lithographs are definitely going to be affordable. I mean, if you buy one of the Giclées from Alex Ross, and obviously those are Giclées, they're fine art prints, they're the highest reproduction of a painting. Those are $500 to $1,000 each on a regular size one.
Right.
So this, I think we're going to have, I'm trying to remember, but it's going to be under $75. So signed by Alex, 100-pound gallery art silk stock. I think we're going to have the Red Sonja. We're really going to give a great deal on the Red Sonja. We're going to do it at $19.73. Same thing, still 100-pound gallery art silk stock. But if it allows somebody who has a really tight budget to buy some nice artwork, that's great. The Lucio Perillo will be affordable. The remarks are really affordable. And, the art, some of the art will be what it'll be. We are going to bring two Tom Rainey pieces we showed maybe when you came on the air. We're going to put these on the air, and we're going to stick with the price. The Ultimate X-Men will be $196.30 for 1963. And the Thor will be $196.20 for 1962. And General Saad said sketch covers are basically the first one is free from a drug dealer to get you hugged.
Yeah, that's sort of true. Sort of true. And hey, Carlos Mo did want to know if you had a price yet on the Joe Q piece.
I do, but believe it or not,
you want to hold off until tomorrow, or?
I honestly don't remember. It's I always kid around, like when we're selling the art. Rex has a lot of fun saying, "Listen, Nick rips the art because we have to pull it out of his hands." I've got those two pieces that I got so excited about. Yes, Ruben. You know what? That's a good idea. I can't tell anybody. We need people to tune in.
There you go. Well, but you don't know. You've forgotten anyway, so it's okay. So
I'm afraid. This, the ones that'll move will be the ones that I love the most. But that's the roll of the dice. Like I said, it just makes it easier to talk about the pieces that I love, because I don't want. I've got a Ford personality as it is, and I want it to just be easy to convey when how I feel about a piece, and not come across as just being a salesperson.
All right. Well, tune in tomorrow, everybody. You'll get all the prices then. Nick will have his sheet with him. So, but definitely you should tune into the show, subscribe to Nick's channel. Fish just said Nick has given me a lot of great selfless art advice over the last couple of years, and he's a fan. So,
thank you, Fish.
Yeah,
listen, it's a great community. We all reach out to each other. That's the whole thing. I mean, yeah, Fish is someone who has reached out to me on Facebook, and he's bounced feedback off of me and asked my advice, and I'm happy to help when I can. So, and what I appreciate most about this is that he was happy enough to donate $10, which, every penny helps.
It really does. It definitely goes without saying. I mean, all the people who are the members on the channel and the super chats, it really all does support the bottom line on the work that we're doing. But I'm having so much fun doing this. I can't even. I'm just grateful for the fact that we have so many people that like to tune into this, and I'm glad you could take the time tonight, Nick. Before your show, and I'm glad we could do some, show off some of the artwork that you're going to have on the show tomorrow. We should do this. We should make it a regular thing.
Sure.
If you've got the time on Thursday nights when I'm doing the recap, we could spend a few minutes looking over the artwork that you're going to drop the next day if you want. I mean, I'm happy if you've got time. Always let me know, maybe by Wednesday, and I'm sure I can work it into the stuff I want to do. I mean, it would be fun to have you on. That'll be
great. And think about the email I sent you about the 2,500 people. That one's going to be fun.
I was going to talk to Maureen about that. Yes, it sounds like a great idea. I thought it sounded very fun. But yeah, we should talk on the phone about that one. But I was going to show what you sent me to her just to get her feedback. She wouldn't care. She'd just be probably like, yeah, do it. That sounds great. But,
thank you for having me on. I really do appreciate it. I really do. And I appreciate everybody who supports you and those that have supported us. You guys are the best community around, and you make this hobby awesome. You really, really do.
There you go. Thank you, Nick. I mean, and again, without your support, we wouldn't be at 1,000 subscribers. I'm very confident of that, and so I appreciate everything that you've done for us, and I'm happy to help out wherever and whenever I can with anything you've got going on as well.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great night, and let's continue to watch the show.
All right. Thanks, Nick. All right. See, we're working this show a little bit harder every single week, trying to make things a little bit more fun, bring on guests. I've got some ideas too for future guests to bring on as a regular basis. So, I want this particular show, the CAF update, to become a little bit more for everybody, and it keeps it fun and changing for me as well. So, so I've got a few concepts and things that I want to do, just maybe regular bits once a month, every other week, something like that. So, yeah. Good night to Nick, and go grab some pizza now. That's right. He probably hasn't had dinner. He's probably still at the office, working hard. That's why I like working from home. I've got a refrigerator just outside the door. I can microwave anything I need whenever I need it, and it's a decent way to live my life. But all right, so we've got 49 people who are in the final final t-shirt giveaway here. I'll just put it up on the screen to remind people, give you a few more minutes. Type the exclamation point and enter into the chat, and you will be qualified to get a calf t-shirt of your choice when we're done here. So like I mentioned earlier, I have one other. We've been really fortunate that I've been in touch with people really leading up to these shows where they've either been going to a show and they were going to do some recording or some photography for me, or they were really the people running a show. And so I was contacted by Lawrence Klein about a particular show, and I'll read you the press announcement for it so you can kind of get the full details on it. This is a show that is in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, so not really far from Albany, New York. Very, it's about as far west in Massachusetts as you can get. And the show is called "Everyone is a Hero: A Comic and Cartoon Art Tribute to Our Local Heroes." It's being put on by the Berkshire Art Association. They're hosting this. It's a comic and comic art show that is ongoing right now. It only runs during the month of August from the 6th through the 28th at the at the Liechtenstein Center for the Arts in Pittsfield. So they had their grand opening. Sneak peek preview was on the 6th, and a party on the 7th. And basically, it's now open to the public. And Lawrence had been emailing me leading up to the show. I think he emailed me first about a month ago, letting me know that it was going on. And they're doing a little bit of fundraising for the museum, but also for a few other local charities as well. And I could show you some of the. So basically, it's an art show, primarily all original art, and he's going to be running a few auctions that are ongoing. Some of the artwork that we're going to see is at fixed prices, and some of it will actually end up on eBay. So the thing is, I'm going to take off this little thing here for a second and just show you anything that if you see something, and I think I actually spelled that wrong. I think this should be Klein Law. I better double check that or I'll be in trouble. Klein Law. I know I'm almost positive it does. I've spelled that wrong, so I don't want to screw that up on Lawrence here. Yeah, Klein Law. Me putting an extra A in there. Let me edit that so I don't botch that. There we go. Save and show. So yeah, I'll show you some of the artwork that they have available. And, it's a lot of it is sketches and things, but some decent stuff. And if you see anything that you're interested in, I believe there isn't I went to their website. They don't have a list of everything that they have. In fact, they don't really have any list of what they have. Everything that you're going to see in the video or through the stills that I'm going to show you next are pretty much all we've got. So there's several pieces that were done by Bill Morrison that are. You'll see them in a minute here. Let me pull up a few of the images from this. But again, if you see anything you're interested in, please email Lawrence Klein at kleinlaw@yahoo.com, and he'll either let you know what the price is or how it's going to be sold, or if it's at auction. Because again, they didn't have a very good schedule of like when everything was going to happen. So that's my only regret, is not being able to be more specific on the purchasing opportunities for these things. But let's see. Let me get this thing up here. So this was, I'm not quite sure why the artists were together. This was Luke McDonnell and an artist named Marley Wold. They were doing some artwork for the show that was, I think was prior. There's none of the art's on the wall at this point. So they were doing a lot of sketching and work ahead of the show being put together. This is Joe Staton and his wife Hillary. They were at the show, so there's quite a bit of art by Joe that is on exhibit, as well as from Luke and Bill Morrison. Those are the three primary artists, I'd say. And then there were a lot of not a lot, several other also local artists that were there providing work for this exhibit. And let's see, move on to the next slide here before I answer any questions in the chat. And then just another picture of Luke McDonnell and Marley. So some of the stuff that I know that IDW was a sponsor of the show, and they sent them several sketch editions of the artist editions that they have. And so this Star Wars artist edition actually comes with a Walt Simonson sketch. And again, I don't know how they're, I don't think some of this stuff is at fixed prices, but please reach out to Lawrence with any questions that you might have about what you're seeing here. And then another Simonson Manhunter artist edition, and it's got a sketch in it as well. And just to show them off a little better, he sent me some of these just straight up scans from those. And let's see what else we got. This was a artist edition with Joe. So you've got a Hulk sketch on the inside of that one. And let's see here. So then these were another piece by Bill Morrison. This you're going to see several other pieces by Bill, but this one particular piece is being used to benefit the Berkshire Music School, which is another local school, and so that just one piece on that, and the sale on that is going to go to support them. The piece on the right is by McDonald, and this image here actually shows. I don't think this is all of them, but all the pieces. I think there's a few more than what you see here that were contributed by Bill to this exhibit. And on the Morrison stuff, he said that I'm pretty sure that they were going to be mostly for at auction, but again, I don't know if that means that they're going to end up going to eBay or if they can be purchased at a fixed price before that. But again, inquire to Lawrence. I should have probably had him on. It would have been better to have him giving you all the details on this. But I do know that the Fantastic Four sketch on the left here was done by McDonald, but it is going to be sold with a Kirby FF Artist Edition. So those two pieces will be sold together, and the piece on the right is a Staten and McDonald piece where Luke did the Spidey and Joe did the Batman image. So there you have. Those are the still images, but I'm going to show you a video clip now from the actual exhibit where you'll be able to see a little bit more of the show and probably some of the artwork in a little bit better detail than I was just showing it right there. So let me, where is that video clip? Here we go. All right. So yes, I picked much better music than the Ditko exhibit. So thank you. It took a little bit of work there, but I saw Lawrence was in the chat. And Lawrence, if you didn't check your email, check your email, because I did send you a link to hop in the studio tonight if you're able. And I'd love to have you on. You could give it a bit of a better explanation than I certainly could. But I did notice as I was reading through the emails while the video was playing that there is a silent auction. It ends on August 28th unless the items go to eBay. So again, it's not, I don't have the full list of which goes what, but I'm sure if Lawrence can tune in with us, then he can elaborate on it. But a little bit of background that the show was curated by Lawrence, and he's actually the founder of the Museum of Comic and Cartoon Art in New York City. And so this was something that he wanted to had a vision on what the show would be as far as for his community. He's in Pittsfield, so and he's coming. All right, awesome. See, I won't have to bore you with my partial knowledge for that show, but sorry about that, Lawrence. I should have invited you earlier. It would have been a good segue from the Nick part of the conversation to this, but yes, Klein Law. Everybody sees it. kleinlaw@yahoo.com. Please email Lawrence this evening, and we'll get to hear from him directly in a moment. But and so all I would say is, everybody, while Lawrence is tuning in, is if you're doing anything, going out to any shows, please let me know, because I do want, if all you can do is take photographs, I am more than happy to use that as a report for the exhibit you went to, or an art show, or even if it's a con report. If it's got art in it, it's newsworthy, and I'd love you to share, be able to share that with me. So actually, Lawrence is in the green room here, so let me bring him into the show. Hey, Lawrence, how are you?
Good. How about yourself? I didn't get dressed up. I apologize.
Well, I didn't either, but Lawrence, we got to. I know it's funny because we've emailed before about doing other things. We do need to talk more after the show and just see how we can work out some creator interviews and even just getting you on a chat with me would be a lot of fun. So
well, sure, thanks.
So why don't you do what I didn't do well and explain why you came up with the show, and if you could elaborate a bit on the what exactly is all for sale that was there, and what those opportunities are, and how people can go about being a part of it.
Sure. Yeah. Well, it's an exhibit for the Berkshire Art Association, which is a local nonprofit which supports. So if you're a public school or here and you want to take the kids to a museum, because it's not a wealthy area, we give grants to pay for the buses. So it's an easy process. Or we do competitive art shows for students, high school and college students, and they can win awards. Again, a way to give them money. And during the pandemic, we've been putting together backpacks full of art supplies to bring to the school so that they can give to any kids that need it. And there's other nonprofits, the Berkshire Music School, the Berkshire Humane Society, which needs funds now and help. So this exhibit was in the after the currently to help raise money for them as well. But the idea was to make art accessible, to bring art to the community that everybody can appreciate. It's been challenging to do it during the pandemic, but the people who've been coming in from young to old have really enjoyed it for different reasons. They remember reading Dick Tracy in the newspaper strip, or they're coming in as Miles Morales Spider-Man because they're young kids in costume. It's really exciting. So a lot of ways to bring the community together. It's free. It's family friendly. So it's very accessible in every possible way.
That's great. I mean, we need more of that.
Yeah, exactly. That was one of the things when I started MoCA back in the day, that I wanted to make it accessible and really give back to the community. And Nick, for example, I don't know if he remembers me, but he was very, very supportive of the museum when I started. One of the few people who would, who met with me early on in that process. So I always appreciate that.
Wow. Okay, we're going to have you on. We're going to talk more after this. But so let everybody know what are there things that are available for direct purchase, or are most things at a silent auction? And what's the process there if they can't make it to the show, to participate in person?
Sure, just reach out to me. I see my email address. So I don't know if I'm getting it the right way, but down there
it's like it's a mirror.
Exactly. Yeah. So reach out to me. We have everything. What a neat thing is, all these artists contributed all that art to the exhibit, so it's all pretty much new art, and we can use it as fundraising purposes. So some of the pieces are going to be auctioned off. Some pieces are for sale, as you said, just regular price or gifts with donations. So just reach out to me directly if there was something that caught your interest, and I'm happy to tell you what the price is at the time.
Okay, good. And
again, make it clear, I'm doing this voluntarily. All the money goes to the nonprofit. So you would actually make out the check to the nonprofit, not to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so and if things do end up going to eBay, please let me know, because through we can do some announcements and things that way too.
Sure.
So at any step of the way through this process, I'm happy to help out the the museum. So please keep me in the loop. So
I definitely will.
All right, yeah. Well,
I appreciate it.
No, not a problem at all. And and thank you for everything that you've done. I mean, I wish I were in a position to. I always felt like if I wasn't going to be doing what I'm doing, or if I wasn't going to be an art dealer, I always wanted to work with a museum. Because I know that there's not a whole lot of money in it, but it would just be a fun thing to do, because a lot of the things I do in the community around here. Getting involved with the arts in my local community has always been something that I would love to do. If I could afford it, I would build artist studio space and find ways to get visiting artists on a monthly basis into my small community. I mean, it's always, if I were philanthropic, I mean, that would be even today, I would love to do that. Even if it wasn't really related to the comic arts, I would like to play a part of that in whatever community I live in. Having gone to art school and gotten to participate in those sorts of things, early in my career before I became a web developer. Those things are incredibly important at the local level. So I commend you for doing this. I think it's fantastic.
Thanks. Thank you very much. And I appreciate everybody who's helped. IDW donated the books, but Walter Simonson, Joe Staten, they independently drew, those special drawings in the books to give it extra value for people who may be interested in making that donation to help.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I guess I didn't even know because you had Bags Unlimited was on the list. Chiaroscuro was on there. I don't know. I would have contributed something. So, I'm glad that I'm at least able to do this now to raise awareness for the show, and hopefully, get a few people in the door as well as maybe make a few more sales for you. That'd be great.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. Yeah. And next time I'll probably do another one in 2 years. This one was supposed to happen a year ago, but got postponed. And so we're doing it now. Well,
that's great. Lawrence, thank you so much for being able to pop in here too. And let's definitely set something up. I usually do my interviews on Tuesdays, so I can give you a few dates in the future, and you let me know when you're free. And I'd love to have you on.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love your site and everything you do. I think it's a great thing. So thank you for what you do.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Absolutely. So, all right. Well, I will bid you adieu. And again, we will definitely be in touch. And please, everybody, reach out to Lawrence at the email below if you have you want to make any inquiries on any of the artwork that is available. And and I hope you do. It's all these things support a good cause, and the world needs more opportunities like this to get people interested not only in comic art but in comics. It's why we're here, and what we're passionate about. So something like that, every community needs an event like that. So please reach out to Lawrence on that one. So all right, let me see here. I've got a couple more. I got way too many tabs open on things now. After I had to go look for that one T-shirt link. We got to get back to the final giveaway. I'll give everybody just one more minute, and then I will call the winner on that one. So if you haven't entered, please put the exclamation point and enter in the chat. Final minute, and then we will give the last T-shirt away. And wow, that worked out great. I'm glad Lawrence was in the chat this evening. So all right. So again, 1 minute, and then we will wrap this thing up. But so I hope everybody tunes in on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Dino's going to be a great host, and it's funny when I approached Maureen and Gwen to let them know that Mike wasn't available and I was going to have to sit in for him. And, the first thing I said was like, I'll be able to run it. I'll just run the show, and I will also be Mike, and we'll have to figure out what a fourth window is so we can keep the formatting and everything right on the screen. And it was Maureen. She's like, you should get Dino to host the show. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the perfect idea. So it's just, it goes to show you, you never, I can always be schooled by the other people on the staff here with perfect ideas. But I will say this, I've in my time in the hobby, I think I typically put out more fires and do more right. Try to fix wrongs that are out there, even more than I do. Then I run afoul of my own good intentions. But I can say I screwed up something really bad. And I won't tell you what it was. But the thing is, it was something that should never happen. And I kind of put my foot into something that I shouldn't have, or that I should have earlier. And I listened to different advice, and I should have went with my gut. And that's like. It's something that I almost always do, because I always kind of live my business life and my collecting life and all that, and just always going by what I think is the right thing to do. And this was like a moment where I paused, I asked for advice, and I kind of took it, and I will regret it for a very, very long time. And so my advice to everyone is that when you think you know the right answer to something, you should just always do what feels right. Don't pause and make a misstep, because I haven't experienced failure on a level quite like this as something that happened recently, and it's all just because of inaction. Sometimes and this is just I don't know. I'm going to be kicking myself for weeks because of it, because it's the kind of stuff that eats me up. When you do something that you kind of feel it, it's going to be a mistake if you don't do anything. And then I didn't do it. I was I kind of was listening to the wrong advice. And so, yeah, always go with your gut is my final little bit of wisdom today here before we draw the winner. And I'm going to close this one right now and announce the winner. We've got 56 folks submitted for this one. And the winner is NSN Network. Congratulations, Michael. Wow. All right. So that's wow. Hey, I can't be happier. So many regular users in the chat getting to pick up a t-shirt today, and also Victor getting the sketch cover. Man, that's awesome. Congratulations, everyone. It's rigged. Sorry, Jeff. Nope. It's not. It's the Battissimo. I mean, next time I'll pull it up on the screen so you can see what I see. I just click a button that says "End Giveaway," and it spins for a minute, and then it just pulls up a name. So pretty cool. Alluding to that. Yes, definitely. Yes, congratulations. So our T-shirt winners of the evening, of course, were Damon Watson, Fish, and Michael from NSN Network, and the sketch cover went to Victor Bracamontes. And so please, each of you, definitely email me tonight. So I've got get me your mailing information for sure. And if you want a T-shirt, let me know. Head over to T Public, and I'll even put that link in the chat one more time if you didn't get it earlier, especially Michael. Now that you are due a T-shirt, let me get this into the comments here. And that's the link on there is for the baseball one, but you can see there's a plain shirt as well, and I think there's a couple other styles too. So pick one out. Send me what the size and the style you want if you want a T-shirt, and I got it. And give me your mailing address, and I will get those ordered probably first thing in the morning. T Public's actually pretty quick on those. They tend to get them out. I mean, when I was ordering the test prints and stuff, I had my shirts in 2 or 3 days, so the turnaround time is really good. So I would get me those out, and let's see. You need just one. Can one? Yes. Mr. Easy Go Lucky. Yes, you can. And I mentioned earlier, I would wait, because typically T Public runs a sale, I mean, at least once a month, but usually 2, and it's like a 30% off sale. So the baseball jersey that was just in that link usually goes down to $19, and if you switch over to just like the regular tee that's $20, those are always $13. So it's usually better to wait, for a sale. So But yeah, you're more than welcome to. We actually we get like $2 or something for every t-shirt sale that they do there. So it's it's just another small income source that we have here. But yeah, feel free to if you want to. But I would just sincerely say, wait till there's a little bit of a discount on them. To always put the TeePublic link. I know, Ruben. I've said it more often than not, right? That I'm terrible at marketing, but I will. I'll always try to do better. But again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We've already gone over the 2-hour window, and but it's been a good show. I'm just glad we got to have Nick on, and especially to have Lawrence on to talk a little bit about the show. And yep, Ruben. Yep, there you go. Thank you for letting everybody know that. So. We'll be at it again next week, of course, but please tune in on Saturday, 5 p.m. It's a different time than we've ever really done one, a Dueling Dealers episode, but it'll be the first and maybe only time where I am the seller of Mike's artwork. If I do a bad job, he will certainly never want me to do it again. But he did tell me that he's actually planning a month-long trip sometime in the fall or early winter. And he told me, he's like, something along the lines, if you do okay, I'll set up 4 weeks of stuff and you can run it, and you can do my stuff. So if I do a good job on Saturday, I guess I might be doing this again sometime in the fall. So if I do a terrible job, maybe he won't go on his trip or whatever it is that he was planning on doing. So, yep. All right. Thanks, Ron. I appreciate it. I hope everybody does tune in on Saturday. And hey, why don't I play the intro as my outro and bid you all adieu? And so, yeah, Bill versus Albert. That's not a fight I'd want to get into with Albert. Oh, you won't be able to see it live, Nick. All right. Well, tune in after the fact. Hopefully we have a good sale, but Rich, he actually gave me one that didn't fit him. He got it in the mail. It wasn't even open, so the package. He's like, it said something like average size person. So when he got it, he was like, oh, I can't wear this, and so he gave it to me. So I actually have a Hulk outfit to wear, but I don't know if I'm going to wear a Hulk outfit during the show. We'll see. But again, thank you everybody. It's been a lot of fun. I was happy to get to 2,000. I'll be even more thrilled when we get to 2,500 and the 3,000. As we grow the audience, it just makes doing these things that much more fun, and getting to have your participation is what makes me want to keep coming back all the time. Did I get the Hulk? Maybe Mike will buy me a Hulk cologne. I did get, and I know I showed this off a while back because I got this from as a gift. So look at that, worthy. It's the Thor cologne. So maybe I'll break that out. If I don't know, I haven't looked at the art yet. If there's any Thor artwork in Mike's set, maybe that's what we'll do. So I don't know. We'll see. At any rate, good night. And again, I'm going to play the intro as the outro, and we'll see hopefully most of you on Saturday. Have a good evening. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, before I do that, one last thing. I actually made a meme and I didn't play it. So there you go. I can end with that, and now I'll really end with the other thing. But yeah, I actually worked on that, and I forgot all about it. See, that's what happens on this show. I get too sidetracked. But yes, hooray for us! 2,000 subs. Here we go. I'll see you again soon.